What's up YouTube? Welcome to our channel. This is Diraz.
And I'm Jangs08, and we're here to talk to you about our top 8 picks for the East and West for the upcoming NBA season. We're going to start off with D-Riz's top 8 for the East, and we'll go from 8 to 1, save the best for last, of course. So who have you got at number 8?
Well, just because they've made a couple of good off-season additions to the team, I'm going to go out on them and pick New York.
Okay. And number 7?
Number 7, well, this is my dark horse pick of the Eastern Conference, the Wizards, with John Wall coming into the team. I think he can make a huge difference, so yeah.
But how do you think you'll go with Gilbert Arenas? Do you reckon they'll both be on the same team, or do you reckon they'll trade Gilbert to make way for John Wall?
Well, I'm sure that they would work well together as a combo guard duo, but my money is on Gilbert ending up somewhere else, so hopefully John or John Wall, Wally, whatever you want to call him, will have free reign.
Alrighty then. Well, enough about the Wizards. Who have you got at number 6?
At number 6, the Bobcats. I think they got a lot of talent and they've been threatening for years, so I think they deserve to be in the mix of things. So yeah, I think they're a good shot.
Alrighty, and above the Bobcats, who do you reckon will do better?
And then of course we have the Atlanta Hawks, of course, with like an all-star ensemble. You got Joe Johnson, Josh Smith, Sixth Man of the Year Jamal Crawford. You know.
Yeah. Well, there's actually news that he might possibly be getting traded in a deal with Carmelo Anthony and Jamal Crawford, depending on who. I don't know if you know anything about that, but it's yeah.
Well, I can only work with the information I have, so yeah, at this point, Atlanta are a solid pick.
Okay. So who after Atlanta?
And then, of course, we have to go to the Boston Celtics. I think that they'll still go well this year, but their age is starting to catch up with them, so they will be a bit lower in the standings than they were last year.
How do you think people not people, other teams will maneuver around the triple threat of Kevin Garnett, Jermaine O'Neal, and Shaquille O'Neal? Not to mention Kendrick Perkins when he comes back.
Well, that is a fantastic big man rotation to have, and yeah, like when Kendrick comes back, that should definitely give them a push and possibly put them higher, but I'm gonna have to stick with having them at number 4.
Okay, well, so who do you have at number 3?
Number 3, this was tough because I was originally going to put the Celtics here, but I decided just with the Bulls, with the acquisition of Carlos Boozer and the excellent play of Derrick Rose, that with all the role players they've got, they're right in the mix and they're going to make a push.
Okay, and now your top 2, as I can see here, you've got. Do you want to tell us who you got in number 2?
Well, number 2, of course, my personal favorite team, with the real Superman, Dwight Howard, best center in the league, and of course Vinsanity. His Ennis.
I think a few Michael Jordan fans might be a bit
Okay, his Ennis, the next coming, whatever you want to call him. And again with all the role players that they have, and I just think they're gonna have a good season.
Okay, and now I think everybody else can pick who you're going to choose for your number 1 spot. Now, yeah.
Well, as much as it actually pains me to do this, I've got to give it up for the Heat with, you know, the trio, LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, all in the same place, same team. It's gonna be hard to stop. Not to mention the cast of role players they managed to get. No one thought that they would be able to get such great players to actually combine with those 3. And yeah, Pat Riley and the rest of the organization have pulled off the impossible. So
yes,
it's hard to go past them.
I have to agree. Do you think, just a quick note on the Miami Heat, do you think Pat Riley will end up being the coach, or do you reckon they'll keep their current coaching lineup?
That's hard to say. I think Pat Riley seems to have a good chemistry with the players. I'm not sure with their current coach, but go, I think the team will be able to deal with the situation, and on this level, I'm pretty sure that it doesn't really matter who's coaching them. They're going to be a hard team to beat.
Cool. Well, for my top 8, I think I'll probably have to go with New York as well, just because they are for number 8 spot. I don't know, there's something about them, like the resurgence of the team having picked up Murray Stoudemire, like you said, and Raymond Felton. I think I'm just going to put them at number 8 for now. I mean, I'm sure we're going to do something later on.
Long shot, but
yeah,
they could be in the mix.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got New York at number 8, which is same as you. But then after that, I think Charlotte are gonna be number 7. I don't think they're gonna go as good as people think they will, or as good as they have in previous years. But I've got them at number 7.
Yeah, I just think they've got too many good pieces that they've been threatening to make a push for a while, and I think it's about time. But we'll see.
Then a team that you don't have in there at all, that I don't know whether it's just because they've got the big Aussie, but I'm putting them in there just hopefully something will come for them, is the Milwaukee Bucks, with their point guard. Can't remember his name right at this moment.
Brandon Jennings.
Brandon Jennings. That's it. Yeah, I just hope that they can get through.
Well, I would love to see Michael Redd's career become resurrected, because he was actually one of my favorite players, and that's part of the reason as to why I haven't put them in there.
Yeah.
If he was playing at the level he was a few years ago, then they would definitely be in the top 8.
Yeah. And then pretty much for all the same reasons that you had, I've got Atlanta in there with the next level up. I think they're going to do well. I just think that there's going to be too much controversy with Jamal Crawford if they don't do something soon for them to really take full steam ahead and have them up in the top 4.
Well, losing him would definitely be a big loss, but I think they've got enough pieces to compensate.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It will depend on whether they lose him for nothing, or whether they can acquire somebody through a trade, maybe, or because they haven't offered him a contract extension, which is what he wants, I think. And yeah. Anyway, my top 4 picks for the East are I've got Chicago Bulls at number 4, where I see you've had them at number 3. I just think Boston's experience and Orlando's talent and Miami's talent will be too much for Chicago, with unless Carlos Boozer really steps up with Derrick Rose. I think they're going to be number 4. Yeah, I think they could be exciting, but we'll see how that goes. And then, like I just said, I've got Orlando at number 3. Once again, I think Boston's big men will be too strong for Dwight Howard.
I know, it's hard to stop Superman.
Well, the real Superman is on Boston, so Shaquille O'Neal can't go past the big fella. But yeah, then I've got Boston just because of their experience, and I mean Ray Allen and Paul Pierce aren't over the hill yet. Neither is Kevin Garnett, and I really hope Jermaine O'Neal's career gets resurrected, because I loved him in Indiana when he was playing with Reggie Miller and Ron Artest and people like that.
Consistent all-star.
Yeah, he was.
For him to get back to that.
Yeah, I hope he can. And yes, like you, I also have Miami, but it's not as painful for me, seeing as though, I like LeBron James, as you may know, as everybody may know. When he left Cleveland, I was really hoping to stay a Cleveland fan, but the owner, Dan Gilbert, really just sort of put me off the team, and with his comments and stuff, because I'm not going to go into that right now. That'll be a later video or whatever. But yes, I think LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh will be too strong, and like you said, with their other players, it'll just be too much of a hassle for the other teams to really get them wins. I think they do have a legitimate chance of beating the 33 game win streak.
Well, if anyone has in the history of basketball, yes,
Yeah.
they definitely have that chance.
What do you think about the 72 wins by the Bulls?
That would be a hard ask, but again, if anyone has a chance of beating that record, it is definitely this year's Miami Heat
Yeah.
team.
Just one quick question before we wrap it up. Do you think LeBron James, anytime in his career, will average a triple double?
I think it depends on the situation. If he's prepared to average maybe 20 points instead of around 30, and basically be a facilitator, and also like he's a natural rebounder as well with his natural athleticism, I think it's possible. He has to be in the right situation and allow that to happen.
Yeah. Well, I think if any situation, this will be it because.
Well, yeah,
he's-
absolutely. With all the other scoring options they've got, he could basically take a back seat role in the scoring and just be a facilitator.
A la Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson, yes.
Yes. And I think LeBron's style fits more to Magic Johnson than to say Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Just because of his natural all-round talent.
And his controversial unselfishness.
Yes, yes. Some people think he's a better passer than scorer.
Yes.
I'm not sure. Well, anyway, people, this video's going fairly long. I wasn't expecting it to, so we're gonna wrap it up, and we'll talk to you next time.
Yeah, this is Deeriz signing off.
Yeah, and I'm Jangs, or Jangs08 as you may know me if you're from my other channel, and we'll catch up with you next time.